Hello, it's a beautiful evening for a walk. Hiking through Ann Springs tonight. As I'm tramping through, I'm thinking about the adventure race that we did here in the Blue Star Blitz on Saturday. We had a blast. I highly recommend it. They had a couple options for the adventure race. You could race it solo or team, and you could do a 2-hour with only on foot, or a 4-hour, which was bike and foot. So we did 4-hour team, and it was awesome. So got to celebrate a lot with that race, and so I'm just enjoying being out here on the same trails that we were racing around on this weekend. It's an amazing way to see the whole park all in 4 hours, basically. So yeah, it's really fun to come out here and experience the Greenway in a variety of ways, the race included. So it's a beautiful evening with the sun shining. I think our temperature was supposed to hit just over 70 today. It feels like it. The sun is out strong right now. I hear lots of deer. They're hopping through. We had heard an owl for quite a bit of time a little bit ago. And still hearing some birds. So when I initially signed us up to do the adventure race, I was just excited about it because it seemed like it was something we could just do for fun, without worrying about the competition, and just knowing it's going to be a whole lot of time out in the woods, and that's fun to us. And then as the race got closer, I started to second guess myself and feel unsure. Like, what was I thinking? My body's not really in the best shape for an adventure race, knowing that it was expected that you would be running and biking pretty hard and making your way through the woods. So it wasn't a nervousness, but I guess maybe like an anxiousness about doing it. Really because I wasn't feeling confident with myself, and that I was kind of like in a world of wishful thinking when I signed us up for that. Thankfully, I was proven wrong, and my initial excitement about just having some fun is what it was. So all good lessons learned. So I'm currently walking on the Steele Creek Trail at Ann Springs. This is a good trail because it goes along the river or creek. I guess it kind of depends on the amount of water that day. And you have some creek crossings with little bridges. It's pretty. It's a very well defined trail, definitely for hiking or running. Lots of routes and things. They don't allow bikes on it anymore. So very clear where to go. We definitely spent some time on this trail on Saturday. So some of my favorite moments from the race were the ones that I didn't really expect. The 4-hour race started before anything else. It was part of the Blue Star Blitz. So the idea is like walk, run, hike, bike, all of the things. So they had the adventure races, they had a 5K, they had a 10K, they had a family adventure race, and they did a hike and a kids fun run. So lots of different events, but the 4-hour adventure race started long before anything else. The next event that started was 2 hours later. So they didn't even have the timing crew there for our start. And in part because it didn't really matter what time we were starting. We had a specific end time, and they knew we wouldn't hit all of the checkpoints within that time and be done before that anyway. So the start was my first surprise, and we were all gathered where the starting line was going to be placed later. And they said, okay, it's about that time. Ready? Go. And they blew a whistle. So everyone just kind of looked around like, okay, I guess we're off. And because it was an adventure race, you could go in any order you wanted to. It wasn't an exact course you had to follow. Everybody went in different directions. So definitely a different kind of start than a normal race. So that was a fun start to it, and kind of keyed us into what kind of race it was. And that's exactly what we were looking for, something fun and what we could do at our own pace with our own goals. So that's what we stayed true to the whole time. Another fun memory that we made was ending up going over the river multiple times, or through the river. Instead of staying on trails, we did make our way across. I did not have to, I've ended up not having to walk through the water because I did not want to get my feet wet. It was a beautiful temperature for the race, but it would be quite chilly for me to recover from if I had to get wet. So Caleb went full in, got all the mud and everything. I found a big fallen tree to bear hug and go across, and then we found another way to get across the other way, on a combination of smaller trees that had fallen. So that was fun, comical, and to get down to the river at one point we got on our bottoms and slid down a rock mountain. So felt all the bumps as we went down. So those were good memories we made. Working together as a team, that was not unexpected. The quality of our communication and teamwork was wonderful, though, and that was great encouragement for me. It being part of a relationship and knowing that that's a very important component to any relationship. So one of the things I celebrated at the end was that we worked together and we didn't get upset with each other through the race. I will admit I did get upset with myself once because I had pushed it too far before I ate something and wasn't feeling well. And so then I was struggling for a bit on the bike because I analyzed it later, figured it out. But he supported me in that, got me through it, came out on the other side, and we never did get that way with one another, which I didn't really expect. But I think we're both our own worst critics. But that's a great memory and a great encouragement to relationship growth. So this is a pretty spot on the trail, seeing some of this green coming in. Spring is coming around. So one of the things that we laughed about together was one of the men that was doing the solo race. I don't know if he knew the trail system very well or read the map very much, but he was very much doing the race as an orienteering race, in that he was ready to just go straight through the woods or rivers or whatever it was in front of him, not really thinking about whether there was a way that would be faster to get there, because you didn't have to go through all of that. But he was awesome, and he pushed himself. So seeing everybody pushing themselves to their limits was awesome. That was something that I was nervous about for myself, and I think this race helped me see I can push to the limit, and that limit is further out than I thought that it was, and that feels really good. I wanted to feel like we had accomplished something during the race, and I didn't want to be in excruciating pain at the end. I wanted to be able to finish, first of all, but I wanted to know that I had pushed myself as hard as I could, and I did my best. So we did an awesome job in the first on foot leg. We got all the checkpoints, and second on the bike we got all the checkpoints, and that was our goal. We didn't get much beyond that, but that was okay, because that wasn't our goal. Evidently they don't expect you to get all of them in any of the legs of the race, and they expect you to just breeze through it as fast as you can and hit what you can. They don't expect you to have all that many marked off, but that was how we were doing the race. So we achieved our goal, so that was good. And then I was even able to run some during the race, and I knew I had pushed myself to the limit, because I was in pain crossing the finish line as we ran across. Caleb knew he had pushed himself to his limit because he had cramps overtaking his legs, and so we had done our best, and we were very proud of it, and had fun chatting with the other teams and solo racers as well afterwards. So I hope my silly story of my race encourages you to find something that you can push yourself with, to see where your limit is, and then maybe push yourself further for the next time and see if your limit goes further. It's a way for us to grow ourselves, see what we're made of. We're all stronger than we realize. We got to give ourselves enough credit. We usually don't. So I am going to finish this evening walk as the sun's starting to go low in the sky. Enjoying each step along the trail. Not feeling any rush, which is wonderful. It's a very different way to visit the trail tonight. So, I hope you are having a wonderful day, and I hope that you feel some encouragement and motivation to get out there and enjoy what life has before us. I'll see you next time on the trail with Heart.